Here's my latest project that I just completed. This is a floppy disk clock. I've made a few of them, and all of them are a little bit different. You can see this one was made from a QuickLinkII Windows in 1993. You can see there, 1993 floppy disk. And it's I tested the disk and it didn't work, so I didn't think it was worth anything, and I didn't want to throw it away because it looked kind of cool. It's got kind of an unusual logo there. And what I do to make these is on the back here, I drilled a hole through the floppy disk there and then mounted the clock on there. And the floppy disk, you know, these were salvaged. I found a bunch of them and just kind of picked through them and trying to figure out what to do with them, especially if they don't work. So I mounted the clock on there. But to make the clock, to have it stand up like that, I made a little cut on the inside here. I don't know if you can see it there. Just a little slash along there with one of my X-Acto blades. It cuts through pretty quickly, but that just weakens the backside of it. And then I get a heat gun, or I suppose you could use a blow dryer, and just warm it up till it starts bending. Then I just bend it to the angle that I want. So then it makes a little base for that, and it's got enough on the back so it keeps it leaning back. And then I carefully use some glue and glue the pieces together there. And then you end up being able to make a clock. The hands, I buy my clocks and clock motors. I go down to the Goodwill or whatever thrift shop you have, and a lot of times there's some really ugly ones. And I just bring a battery, you know, a AA battery along with me and test them. And if they work, I don't care what they look like. I'm just going to throw away the cover and the face and all that. And usually you can get them sometimes for $1.49 or whatever. And then I just take them apart and use them to make clocks. Some of them are the ticking kind like this. Some are sweep. Some of them don't have a second hand, so it just depends on what you want to use. Then what I do is I cut them down. Once I mount it on there, I figure how long each hand should be, with the minute hand being the longest and about the same length as the second hand, and then the hour hand being a little bit shorter. So you can see where I cut them off there, and you can make them stubby or pointed, whatever, rounded, whatever seems to be right. And I use my X-Acto blades to get it started. Then usually if they're metal like this, it's very weak metal, or aluminum or something that they're made out of, and then you could just break them off once you get a cut started on them. Anyway, so that's how I make these floppy disk clocks, and get new life out of something that would have been just trash, and actually maybe possibly hazardous waste with the magnetic disc that's inside there.